Welcome to the Shed and Shine podcast. I am Gino Wickman. This is where Rob Dubé and I help driven entrepreneurs shed their shit, free their true selves, unlock true entrepreneurial freedom, and shine. We truly appreciate you taking the time to spend with us, and we hope to make a huge impact on you. Hello and welcome back. This episode I call 10 Disciplines in a Crisis, a checkup. So what I'm actually going to do with this episode is I'm going to combine two thoughts into one based on something that happened in the last 2 weeks. And so what happened is in the past, I've shared with you that I'm doing these Shine meetings, just an experiment where it's basically a book club where 8 to 12 people will come together that has read Shine, and we just talk about all things Shine, but just imagine a book club that goes really deep. If you have interest in learning more about that, you want to attend one or run your own Shine meetings, just send us an email at info@the10disciplines.com. We're going to see how this evolves, but right now it's just an experiment. But in the Shine meeting, someone brought the issue of how do you keep the 10 disciplines alive in a crisis? This particular person was dealing with some personal issues in their personal life. And with that question, frankly, to me, I was dumbfounded by the question because I live by these disciplines and have for over 20 years. And I don't know how you don't keep them alive in a crisis. And so the analogy is it's like living, so when you're going through a crisis, your heart still pumps, your brain still works, your lungs still breathe, you still brush your teeth every morning, you still take a shower. It's the exact same thing with the 10 disciplines, because when you're going through a crisis, the 10 disciplines are actually going to help you get through the crisis faster, or at a minimum, will help you get through the crisis better. So for example, if you're in a crisis, whether it's a business crisis or a personal crisis or a little bit of both, and I'm speaking from experience. And so just to give you a couple examples, I have experienced 3 deaths in my family in the last year and a half. My brother passed away, his wife then passed away 6 months later, and my sister's husband passed away. That's crisis. And my brother and sister-in-law left behind 3 kids. I have a business that's had some challenges where we went from 6 partners to 4 partners to 2 partners just in the last month, and that was not easy. And then I have a couple family members that have had some issues that we've helped out with, and I won't get into specifics on those, but I know crisis. And having done what I do for the last 3 decades, in a crisis, I've been through a lot of them, the 10 disciplines work. But the point is nothing should change because it's still brushing your teeth, showering, your heart pumping, your brain working, and your lungs breathing. And so, for instance, in a crisis, the 10 disciplines do not require any more time. As a matter of fact, they will save you time. The return on investment alone is worth it. But in a crisis, hopefully you are 10-year thinking, discipline number 1. Every decision you're making in the crisis is a 10-year decision. Hopefully in the crisis, you are practicing stillness, which again will ultimately save you time. But even if you can't get in 30 minutes because it's a crisis, take 10 minutes. In a crisis, hopefully you're preparing every night. Hopefully you're still putting everything in one place. Hopefully you're still taking time off. And as a matter of fact, if it's a personal crisis, you might need to take more time off, but at least in the time you're taking off, solve the personal crisis or devote time to that personal crisis, whatever that is. So frankly, for me, in the personal crises and business crises that I've gone through just in the last year and a half, it's how I survived. And I want the same for you. And the idea is to just simply keep them in front of you. Stay aware. And there are lots of ways to do this. We just created these really cool stickers. If you're interested in getting a 10 discipline sticker, it's about 4 inches round, and it illustrates the 10 disciplines, the same model that's in the book Shine. You can stick it to your laptop, somewhere around your desk. Just send us an email at info@the10disciplines.com and we'll ship you one. I just came up with that, so hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble with Rob on that. Another thought is to get in our 10 disciplines self-study. Go to the website for that. Get in group coaching. Get in the mastermind after you graduate that. Go to the website. Take the true self-assessment often, especially in a crisis. Maybe take it monthly. You've got to stay aware and keep these in front of you. You will, again, get through the crisis faster, or at least handle it better. Now, with all of that said, I started this episode by saying there's going to kind of be 2 parts to this episode because there's 2 simultaneous thoughts around 10 disciplines I'm having. And so with this coming up in that Shine meeting, there was part 1, the understanding that nothing should change in a crisis. As a matter of fact, more than ever, you should commit to and live by these 10 disciplines and stay aware. Part 2 now is we're going to do a little checkup on how you're doing. And so what's going to happen, ideally, please have something to write on and with. We're going to do a little checkup on yourself. And I'm going to take you through each discipline. And I'm going to have you score yourself 1 to 10, 10 being the best in terms of how you're doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what 10 looks like, and then you're just going to simply write down how close you are to a 10. And then in addition to that score, I'm going to have you write down an action to move that number up or to strengthen that number even if you're at a 10. And so with that said, here we go. Please have something to write on and with. Discipline number 1, 10-year thinking. Here's what a 10 looks like. Every decision you're making all day, every day, especially in a crisis, is a 10-year decision. All of your thinking is in 10-year time frames. You have absolute clarity on what the future looks like, and every obstacle, barrier, issue, decision put in front of you, you are making the right decision for the long term. Time is slowing down for you. You are peaceful. You make better decisions, and you have clarity. So please go ahead and score yourself 1 to 10. Please write a number down. Just go with your gut. Don't overthink it. And with that number, now I ask you to commit to an action. What's the one thing you can do in the next 7 days to get that score a little higher? Or even if it's at a 10, strengthen that 10. On to number 2, take time off. What a 10 looks like here is you know your magic formula. You know the number of days you must take off to restore your energy, to stay creative, sharp, and clear. My magic number is 150. At a minimum, we urge you to take 130 days off, and you are taking that time off, especially in a crisis, so that you're recharging your batteries, you're sharpening the saw, you're avoiding burnout. You have better ideas. You have more energy. You're better for your people, all of the people in your life. That's a 10. Go ahead and score yourself. And now, whatever number you wrote down, if you'll please write down an action, something you can do in the next 7 days to improve that score or strengthen that 10. And I now take you to number 3. Know thyself. A 10 here is you are your true self 100% of the time. You feel comfortable being you. You're always working on yourself. You're always shedding. You're getting clearer and clearer. But as you go forward, you are being you fully, letting your freak flag fly. You're burning less energy. You're no longer a chameleon. You are authentic. You're having more fun, and you are truly free. Go ahead and score yourself. And then again, please commit to an action. On to number 4. Be still. A 10 here is that you are practicing stillness, ideally every day, at a minimum 3 to 5 times a week. But you know your magic formula. You're spending at least 30 minutes every day, and that's either meditation, contemplation, journaling, prayer, but you're spending time in stillness so that, again, you have clarity, creativity, more energy, better ideas. And as things come up, you're processing it, whatever it is, and you're shedding those layers. So go ahead and rate yourself there. And then again, please commit to an action in the next 7 days. You may decide to shift from meditation and maybe add some journaling or some contemplation to your meditation time. It does evolve, does for me. Discipline number 5, know your 100%. A 10 here is that you know the exact number of hours per week and the weeks per year that you provide your craft to the world. You not only know it, but you are living it every day, every week. Your boundaries are crystal clear. You're making a bigger impact within that time. You're having more fun. You're increasing your income. You have maximum energy output, and you're vibrating higher. Go ahead and rate yourself. And then please commit to an action in the next 7 days. Please write that down. On to discipline number 6, say no. Often, a 10 here is you are saying no to everything that does not fit in the first 5 disciplines. You clearly know your boundaries. You are eliminating all low energy activities, and you have no physical discomfort when saying no to anyone regarding anything. Go ahead and rate yourself. And please commit to an action. On to discipline number 7. Don't do $25 an hour work. A 10 here is that you never do anything that you could pay somebody $25 an hour to do. You are not doing any energy draining work. You're increasing your income, you're making a bigger impact, and you know your real hourly rate. Go ahead and score yourself and commit to an action. You know the drill by now. Discipline number 8, prepare every night. A 10 here, very, very simple, is every night before your head hits the pillow, you have laid out in chronological order exactly what tomorrow looks like. You've laid out tomorrow's plan, and you are sleeping better as a result. You're waking up with solutions and ideas, and you're getting more done along with feeling more organized. Go ahead and rate yourself and commit to one action. Discipline number 9, put everything in one place. A 10 here is you've chosen the one place where you will capture every idea, commitment, thought, action item, and promise. Whether that's a legal pad, your Remarkable, some other form of tablet, whatever it is, you've chosen one and only one place, And as you go throughout your day, everything that comes up that needs to be captured, again, ideas, commitments, thoughts, action items, promises, you are immediately writing it down. And at the end of the day, you are then compartmentalizing each one of those things. Some you get done right there, some you calendarize, some you put in tomorrow's plan, but you are feeling more productive. You are more productive, focused. You're honoring your commitments. You're not letting people down, and you are less stressed. That's a 10. Go ahead and rate yourself. And then please commit to an action. And discipline number 10, be humble. A 10 here is that you truly view yourself as an equal to every person on the planet. It's not that you think less of yourself, you think of yourself less, where you're attracting better people, you're enjoying the journey more, it's more peaceful, you're a better leader, and you feel like you have nothing to prove. Go ahead and rate yourself, and then please commit to one action. So as I bring you into the home stretch, you are now staring at 10 actions that you said you will get done in the next 7 days. And my God, that has to be absolutely overwhelming. So all I need you to do now is take a look at those 10 actions and just pick the top 1, 2, or 3. The highest gain, most impactful, top 1, 2, or 3 that you will honor and commit to yourself. You will do it in the next 7 days. And then to bring you all the way back where we started, the whole idea behind doing this checkup is to make sure these 10 disciplines are alive and well in your life. And if you are in a crisis or ever in a crisis in the future, these 10 disciplines should hold true. You should continue to live by them because they will help you get through that crisis better, faster. And if you still are not great at holding yourself accountable to these 10 disciplines in your life, and you're just not good at kicking your own ass, then let us kick your ass. As I mentioned earlier, get in our group coaching program, and we will hold you accountable and kick your ass to live by these amazing 10 disciplines. Thank you for listening in today. We truly appreciate you taking the time to spend with us, and please tune in for the next episode. Until then, if you'd like to see where you are on your true self journey, go to shedandshinepodcast.com to take the true self assessment and receive personalized guidance. If you're all ready to begin your inner world journey with Rob and myself, please join us for the next round of the 10 Disciplines Group Coaching Program. We wish you all the best in freeing your true self. Stay focused, and much love.